Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms, and I'd like to do a little wrap-up and review and a range test for this Tram 3500 antenna that I installed on this car here about 2 weeks ago now. Had a chance to use it some, make some contacts locally, and do a little DXing with it on the way home the other day, which was kind of cool. Excuse me. Anyway, overall, I'm fairly happy with it. Going from the Tram 300 to the Tram 3500 was certainly an increase in effective range, which was a bit of a surprise, to be honest with you. As you'll see from the range reports, I got about, I'd say, an extra 20% distance-wise. Actually, I'm not a mathematician, so maybe one of you can help me out, but effective range total before with the Tram 300 on this car in the same location was about 16 miles. Effective range with the Tram 3500 stretched all the way out to 18 miles. I was actually able to make contact with my base station here from downtown, which is pretty impressive with all the electronic noise that must be in the area there, but it had a pretty good solid signal there. What did surprise me, I guess, a little bit about the Tram 3500 was that in certain areas where the Tram 300, the signal would drop out, deeper valleys, certain areas down by the water where we went into valleys and crossed over rivers. I really thought the 3500 would help boost the signal, and it did a little bit, as you'll hear coming up shortly in the audio, but it wasn't as big a change as I was hoping for. But again, overall, I can't complain. I think for the price, I paid less than $30 for this. Setup was super simple. The SWRs were perfect right out of the box. It's hard to complain with specs like that. So we'll go to the range report, and you can listen to audio clips. I won't bore you with my whole 45-minute ride home, but I've compared the Tram 300 to the Tram 3500 in certain areas so you can see the volume differences in those locations, or just the clarity of my voice in those locations. Same stock AM radio, 4-watt only. I do have a power mic in there, but I had it for the 300 test as well. So nothing's changed radio-wise, nothing's changed location-wise, only the antenna is different.
Tram 3500 test 1. 3500 test 1. Tram 3500 test 1. Downtown. Downtown. Hilltop. I repeat, downtown. Hilltop. Tram 3500 test 1 at 105. Test 1 at 105. Test 1 at QP. At QP. At QP. Tram D300 test 1 at QP. At QP. Tram D300 test 1 at QP. Tram 3500 test 1. Tram 3500 test 1 at River. Tram 3500 test 1 at truck. Tram D300 test 1. Tram D300 test 1. Tram 3500 test 1 at church. Tram 3500 test 1 at church. I repeat, at church. Tram D300 test 1 at church. At church. Tram D300 test 1 at church. Tram 3500 test 1. Tram 3500 test 1 at River Cross 2. Tram 3500 at River Cross 2. I repeat, River Cross 2. Last bridge.
Okay, so as you can tell, the Tram did pretty well. It was a good increase in the noise levels as you go through some of the areas that the 300 got kind of faint. This one definitely did up the signal slightly. And as you saw at the very beginning of the range test, I was able to make contact all the way 18 miles out with this little antenna. And that's fairly impressive, at least in my book. For less than $30, I certainly think it's a great antenna, equally as good as any Wilson or K40 that's out there of comparable size. So I have no complaints overall. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I hope you'll subscribe, because there'll be more like it. In fact, in the next week or two, I'm going to go ahead and take my truck out, which has, again, the same little AM 4-watt radio and standard power mic. That's the exact same power mic that's in this one. But it is a 102 steel whip, and it is mounted here on the bumper, so it's a little bit different location. But I'm kind of curious to compare the three. You know, you're going from a 36 to a 57 to a 102. I'm curious to see what the difference in range is there. I might even be able to reach a little farther out with it. And maybe that'll also help bring up that noise floor and get a little higher signal as I cross over those low areas. Well, stay tuned and we'll find out together. I'm Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.